All right, I think I did it. Everyone can hear me. Everyone can see me. We're about to do this. So, are you ready for the full moon prep? Let me get everyone on live on my Instagram. So, bear with me, my yogis and warriors, as I get ready to double task here. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Mo with Move Yoga Life. I am so pumped and so excited. We had an incredible class last night, and I would love to see how everyone is feeling. For those of you who did not make the class last night for this incredible full moon day, today's the full moon. Holy shit, it's an amazing day. And if you don't know what the hell that means, I highly recommend that you watch our class from last night. So, in order to get the class, you can go either to my linktree, Move Yoga Life, and right there, click on our class for the Sacral Chakra Cancer Full Moon. Or you can go to my Facebook group. I'm recording both right now. Move Yoga Life Tribe, where I post all of our private classes. So I am been blessed to teach at our local gym over at 3T Academy, 3T Warrior Academy. They have a wonderful YouTube channel called 3T Behind the Lens. And I've been very, very blessed to be able to teach our very powerful healing yoga classes there. And last night we had one for the full moon. So if you've never been to these classes, I highly, highly recommend that you join us, especially now because they're all free. And you can either join us in person, live, every other Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or you can join us online. So no excuses. The cool thing is that the class is recorded, so you can watch it as many times as you like. Now, I said some really awesome shit last night, and so I got to try and remember some of the things that I said. Some of the stuff just kind of flows in and flows right out. And so I want to make sure that I recap a bit for those of you that missed some of it. So please, please, please go check out the class. And for those of you yogis that have, or just people in general that have never done any type of yoga, these classes are for all levels. And like what I said last night, this is not so much a yoga class. This is a deep healing meditative class. You're going so deep into the psyche where the actual healing is. You're in this rest, meditative, healing state. And if I do my job right, you're able to go into some places where typically the mind tends to avoid because we don't like to be still. We don't like to allow ourselves that silence to listen. And I have been blessed to put together a formula that really allows you to go there in a way that is very inviting. And I feel like from the things that I've heard, that has allowed people from all shapes of life to be able to come in and get what exactly they need. So, what the hell does that mean? Well, what that means is that at Move Yoga Life, we're fucking changing lives. We're moving lives. And we're doing it in a way that I feel like has become more of an inviting way to be able to go into some spaces that are really fucking uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above. And why is this so important? Well, because yoga is the understanding of union, of yoking, of being able to go through this process of life and understanding that it's in the uncomfortable, in the fucking suffering where we really find ourselves. And that's the places that we tend to want to avoid. So, where have you been uncomfortable? How do you work through that? What do you do when things become still and uncomfortable? Do you tend to fight? Do you tend to fight? Do you tend to flee? Well, in these classes, we try to teach you to be able to be still, to sit with it, to breathe through it, to just notice what happens when you come into those uncomfortable spaces instead of just running away from it or fighting through it. Can you just be in it? Can you just feel it? Can you allow yourself to just ask yourself, what's here? What's going on here that I've been avoiding? And can I allow myself to let whatever needs to come to surface, breathe through it, and then just watch how it just slowly starts to melt away. And the uncomfortableness truly becomes less uncomfortable. Now, if you can do this in a yoga class, if you can practice this in a yoga class, then I promise you, you're going to be able to do this out there and real life shit. When you come across some uncomfortable situations, when you come across situations where you're faced with a situation that you may have to be fired with your job, or your spouse is wanting to leave you, or you have a situation where your car's fucking broken down, or whatever tragic is happening, COVID, in your life, right? that you can be in that space of uncomfortableness and not completely fall the fuck apart, but to be able to breathe through it, to stay in that space and ask yourself, what am I here to learn? What am I supposed to see? So that's what these classes are doing for you. Really, it's a muscle of focus. And we do this with these very gentle postures. We do it with some breath work. We do it with some sound healing. And we really allow you to really just make this your own meditative practice. And so I highly recommend you come to these classes. Especially, I highly recommend you listen to the one from last night, because this was our first class for 2023. And it was such a good one. We had such a great turnout in person and online. And I hope that we continue this energy, because this energy specifically today on the full moon energy is an energy of fun. It's an energy of joy, and it's an energy of play, of passion, of spontaneity, of pleasure, of sensuality, of sexuality. It's one of my absolute favorites because I am a Cancer, and this full moon is Cancer. And you don't have to know anything about the zodiacs, my friends. I focus on the chakras. And you don't even have to know about the chakras, because if you listen to the classes, I give you everything you need to know to fully understand the energy around you, so that you can understand the energy within you. So what did we do last night? We did a lot. We went deep, deep into the well of our emotions, deep into our hips. And we used every affirmation, the music, the bowls, to really allow ourselves to get into that space. And we also used the moveyogalife full moon sheet. So if you have not seen this fabulous handy dandy sheet, I highly recommend you go to moveyogalife Facebook group, which actually, shit, I don't even know, guys, if I posted it on there. I've posted it on my moveyogalife linktree. If you go on there, or you're welcome to message me either here on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll be happy to show you the link to find this. But right now, print this out. And for the yogis that came last night and the warriors that came last night, you should already have this sheet. But what's going on today? Why is this day so special? Well, let me rewind then, okay? Let me rewind. So if you're new to this whole experience, the reason why I do what I do is to help you move. It's to help you move through your life patterns, through your life cycles, to not get stuck in the same place, in the same situations, in the same challenges, in the same fucking shit. To get yourself out of it and recognize that, oh man, okay, I've been here. I've gone through this pattern. I've been with the same type of boyfriend, girlfriend. I've come across the same type of people, the same type of jobs, the same type of issues. I'm over this shit. I'm tired. And that's what I've been hearing a lot. I'm tired. Well, let's change that. You don't have to be stuck in this space forever. A lot of this stuff is for you to come for the season, learn what you need to learn, and then move on out. And some of us stay in these situations and we stay stuck forever. And so what I've done is I've come up with a class that's allowed you guys to be able to understand the seasons and what's going on around you, so that you can understand that you're not cray-cray, that the reasons why your emotions and your moods are changing is for a reason, and why that is. And some of you are a little bit more in tune with that than others, and that's okay, because some of us have different gifts and different purposes. So once we find out energetically what's going on around us and how much that's going to impact us and what that does for us, then we really know how to move. Then we become so aware that we realize these are the obstacles. I'm choking. These are the obstacles that continue to come into my life, and this is how I'm going to move through them. Move your life. So today, what's going on? Well, for the last 2 weeks, we've been in this root chakra grounding, secure, foundation building, reorganizing energy. And so what does that mean? Well, if you don't know this, we change through seasons month by month. Okay, we change through energies month by month. And when you start to look at the chakras, I loved looking at the chakras because that was an easy map for me to understand what's going on here. And then I realized that the earth and moon have the same type of map system. The earth and the moon move in that same type of chakra energy systems. So what is going on right now? So from the end of December, December 21st-ish, to about the end of January, January 21st-ish, we are going to be in this earth, slow, grounding, building your roots, coming back to your roots, and restructuring your foundation to prepare you for the year. And so for the last 2 weeks, you've come out of this fiery, crazy, chaotic holiday season, and most likely have come out of this with 10 pounds more on your belly and maybe a lot less money in the bank. And you're coming out of this energy and realizing that, okay, shit, the holiday season's over. It's time now for me to ground, to set my goals, to really look at how was last year and what do I want for this year, right? So hopefully you've been working on that. And the thing is that a lot of times this can get pretty serious. People are realizing that, damn, the holidays are over. Now I really have to face my shit and really see the things that I've been kind of ignoring because I've been more focused on Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the other distractions. And now it's time to really look at what's been going on at home, what's been going on here, right? So we're restructuring. And a lot of times with that restructuring can create a lot of anxiety. It can create a lot of fear, to really look at your situation and be like, oh, fuck, shit, this is not exactly how I want things to be. Or, okay, cool, this I can work with. But when we come to the root chakra, what happens is we can come to a place of a lot of fear and a lot of insecurity because it's our roots. And if you don't feel like your roots are solid, if you don't feel like your roots, that you are grounded and that you understand the foundation that you are building your life on, then shit's going to be really, really uncomfortable. Okay. So let's just recognize, let's just become aware. Let's not judge. Let's just recognize, where have you been for the last couple of weeks, right? Because really this season started before January 1st. Some of us start our year off at January 1st, and then we start to reflect. And then we really start to look at, okay, what are my goals? But really this energy has started a week before. And so hopefully now you've taken the time to really start working on your foundation and started working on grounding. And these are the 5 things that you should be working on. You should be working on setting your goals, right? Setting your goals, slowing down and grounding, budgeting, looking at your financial security and seeing where are your finances at and how can you prepare for this future. Honoring your body and enjoying being human, right? And by honoring your body, really, it's really just saying like, damn, if I'm in this space of survival, this is what root chakra is. It's the first chakra that's ever developed. It's your tribal space, your primal space. Then I better make sure that the things that I need to survive, like my body, my finances, my home, are intact. So this is the time where people really start working out. Oh, weird. Because they realize like, oh, fuck, shit. Like, I've gained these 10 pounds. I haven't been focusing on myself. And if I'm really going to survive the test of times, especially for this next year, I really need to have a strong fit. Physical body, mental body, and spiritual body. Okay, so we're working on all those things. And then the last, my favorite, your tribal power and your home. Who's your tribe? And the tribe does not mean quantity. It means quality. So your tribe may consist of 2 people, 3 people, 4, maybe 5. It's not about the size of your tribe. It's about the people and the quality of the people. This is the time to do an inventory and really see, who's my tribe? Who do I want to hold close that I know that I can trust, that I can lean on? You're doing all of this, everyone, because you're going to need this foundation to be able to stay strong throughout this year. The only time we come to the root chakra season is right now, is at the beginning of the year. Throughout the rest of the year, we dance between going from our sacral chakra a couple of months into the year, into our solar plex, into our heart, into our throat space, into our third eye. We play around those spaces, and we at least touch those spaces at least 2 times a year, 2 months out of the year. But the one time out of the year where it's important for us to build our foundation, to ground into our home, into our tribe, to make sure that we're truly ready to survive whatever the fuck is going to come this year, is right now. It's right now until about the 21st of this month. So let's get on our shit, right? Like, for real, let's get on it. And so while we're doing this, we are embraced with an incredible full moon today. And what is that full moon? What is that full moon telling you? Does everyone know what the full moon is all about? I don't know if everyone, I've been making these videos for a long time, so I hope some of you know. But just for some of you that don't, the full moon comes every month. We have a full moon. The interesting thing is that every full moon is different and unique. And every full moon comes with an intention and a purpose to help us truly understand what this month is about. So if this month is about survival, and if everything we're learning here is to set our roots up for the rest of this year, then what is it that we need to see? What is it that we need to embrace? And what areas in our life do we need to let go? Because what this full moon does is it sheds light, like a big flashlight in the sky, in the areas of your life that's been put in the dark, the things that you haven't been ready to see. And right now, you're having this conversation with me. We're in this space right now because you're ready. You're ready to see. And what this full moon is saying with this incredible full moon of this Cancer sacral chakra energy of fun and play and sensuality and sexuality, it's the fun and the zest of life. What it's saying is it's time to fucking have fun. So let me read you the message. And this is the message that you'll find here at the Sacral Chakra full moon sheet. Also, you can find once more where? At the Move Yoga Life link tree. And I'll be posting right after this to you, my friends, at the Move Yoga Life Facebook group. All right, so if you have this, pull it out. So the message of this month is there's time to take things serious. Get your shit together and work hard. That's what the root chakra energy is bringing us for the last 2 weeks. About getting our shit together and working hard, really setting up our foundation. There's also a time to play, let loose, go with the flow, and be free. And so right now, at this very moment, you're invited to take a motherfucking break, to throw away the rules and just have fun, okay? So whatever it is that you've been stressing over, whatever arguments that you might be in the midst of, whatever problems you've been facing, put it aside, like for real. Like press pause. Press pause and say, you know what? We're going to come back to this. I promise. Believe me, there's many, many opportunities that we're going to continue to have to work on our shit. It comes way more than we probably want. But if we don't take time to just let loose, go with the flow, have fun, you are totally missing the human experience. You're totally missing the human experience. A part of the human experience is, yes, is to grow, to evolve, to understand the things that we need to work on, to see the things that happened in our past and realize, oh, it's time to forgive and let go. And God, a lot of this stuff can be exhausting. It's fucking exhausting to work on yourself. Believe me, I understand. And so why not take this opportunity to also enjoy the other part of being human, and that's to be able to enjoy the taste and the zest of life, right? We don't have very much time on this planet. We don't really know exactly how much time we do have. And if we have, let's say, only today, then what the fuck would you be doing? Would you be in the midst of arguing with your partner? Would you be in the midst of worrying about your job? Would you be in the midst of stressing over the mundane bullshit? Or would you say, you know what? Let's do something spontaneous. Let's break our routine. Let's go out and fucking dance. Let's go and paint a project. Let's go and maybe go on a wondrous hike. Like, let's get ourselves in this place of creativity and a place where we can really, truly understand the beauty of being human. Well, that's the invitation. And with that comes 5 questions. So in order to really get your mind to start to contemplate and really allow yourself to come into the space of the sacral chakra energy, what we do is we ask questions. Why? Because when you ask questions, you come from a place of curiosity and you invoke those answers to come to surface. So ask these questions. And so the first question is this, is connecting to your feminine. Do I allow myself to connect with my feminine side? And what's your feminine side? Your feminine side is your creative side. Your feminine side is your softer side. Your feminine side is that place of purpose, of that place of understanding. This is where I go with the flow, right? This is how I soften. Have you been too masculine right now? Because let's be real, the energy of root chakra is a masculine energy. It is primal. It's protective. And so we come to this place of needing to put our guards on, putting our shields on. Can you take your shields off right now and be naked, be free. Allow yourself to move in your body and enjoy this magnificent temple that you've been blessed with, because the sacral chakra is the body chakra. So how can I go with the flow, embrace my creative energy, dance and attune to my internal needs? Is question number one. Number two, enjoy. Enjoy. Have I been too uptight and fearful? How can I take time to have fun, be playful, spontaneous, and enjoy life? Number three, emotions. Sacral chakra is all about emotions. So if you've been trying to avoid your emotions and you've been feeling extra emotional, just breathe through it. You are feeling the energy around you, and so pat yourself on the back, okay? So ask yourself this question. Am I feeling all these emotions because I haven't been expressing myself? Do I express my feelings and emotions? How can I honor my emotional needs and satisfy my sexual desires? All right? So that's question number three. Number four, the body. Do I listen to my body? How can I take time to connect to my body, love my body, touch my body, and recognize my body's needs? So one of the great things that you can do this season during this full moon is touch. So go get a massage, touch yourself, buy that new vibrator, love yourself, connect to that body. And if you have a partner, connect to your partner's body. Find that moment of tantric energy. And the beautiful thing about the tantric energy, it doesn't mean that you have to actually have penetration, right? You can be able to sit with that partner and breathe with your partner, connect in a deeper space. Sacral chakra is not wanting to have these surface mundane relationships. It's wanting to have that deeper connection. So maybe you need to have that opportunity to just go deep with your partner. And maybe it's not through a sexual act. Maybe it's just you being able to vent to one another the depths of the feelings that you've been carrying, and to be able to be vulnerable with each other, to be naked in that sense of, wow, here I am revealing myself to you. All right? Powerful shit. So body, connecting to your body, to your partner's body. The tantric is where we come to this place of partnership, right? So indulge. Number five, indulge. I like this one. Have I been restricting myself or feeling unfulfilled? Unfulfilled. How can I use all my senses when treating myself to something delicious and explore the zest of life? So a sign of an out of balance sacral chakra is overindulgent. You are filling yourself up because either you're suppressing your emotions and you don't want to feel your emotions, so you're just trying to shove them down with as much food as you can, or you're trying to bury something, so you overindulge, numb yourself out. And so you numb yourself out to those feelings and the emotions, and a lot of people tend to do that with food. And so coming out of the holidays, coming out of the seasons, do you find yourself still overindulging? And recognizing that it's okay to indulge. Your body wants it, your spirit loves it. But if you can do it mindfully, consciously, and be really in tune, maybe close your eyes and really tap into your taste buds and really feel what it's like with that food on your palate, with your mouth salivating and feeling the textures of the tongue moving around and penetrating within the mouth space. Make it an erotic thing, a beautiful thing. And so this is that time to really tap into that space and have fun, explore. God, I love this season. It's my favorite, if you can't tell. It's also tends to be my most packed classes. And so I'm really grateful for everyone that came last night. And so after you actually read these questions and hopefully answer these questions, you're going to pick an affirmation. Now, I have some affirmations for the sacral chakra on this sheet. So if you find one that you like here, great. If not, go on to Google and type in sacral chakra affirmations and you'll get hundreds of them. Pick one, pick two. All right. Pick one, pick two, and let that be your anchor. Because please remember this, everybody. I don't think people talk about this as much, but I said it in the class last night and I'm going to say it again. Just because today is the full moon, right? Just because it's happening right now and the moon is at its fullest, it does not mean that the moon comes out right now and penetrates you with a little message and says, hey, go fucking have fun. And if you don't have fun today, fuck, you missed the full moon opportunity. No, 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 no. The full moon comes out right now, and this energy stays for the next couple of weeks. Because now what happens is this energy of this root chakra, of survival, of primal, of masculine energy, of the lessons that you need to learn this month so that you can prepare for the next month, is going to be here still for the next couple of weeks. But to just help you out and give you a little extra boost, the full moon is saying, keep doing this, but fucking have fun. All right? Have fun. And when was the last time you had fun? And when was the last time you really truly connected to your feminine space? When was the last time you had the best fucking sex of your life? When was the last time your taste buds were so amplified that you couldn't help yourself but just to indulge and enjoy the moment, right? If you really truly want to embrace this lesson of this month and understand what it means to survive here on earth, you're going to need to understand the lesson of play, of going with the flow. And if you can mesh both of these together, look at my nails. I need to go have fun and get my nails done. If you can mesh these two together in this next 2 weeks and really answer these questions, because even though you're asking yourself these questions right now, you may not necessarily know the answers, or maybe you do. But either way, what's going to happen is I guarantee here in the next couple of weeks, these answers are going to come to surface and you're going to have an aha moment and finally understand what the message of this full moon was really trying to teach you. Oh, and that's the most magnificent, magical part. And that's how you fucking move and change your life, right? So the affirmations are your anchor. When you find yourself starting to fall into this fearful, anxious, overindulging, disconnecting from your emotion space, you repeat your anchor of your affirmation. On this sheet, I put, I enjoy pleasure in all areas of my life. I am a creative being. I honor my sacred body. I welcome sensuality into my life. My intuitive senses are awakened. My body is a beautiful wonderland. I like that one. And whichever one moves you, whichever one feels right to you, then you use that as your anchor. You use that as your prayer. So as you're moving here for the next couple of days and you're being tested on your roots and you're being tested on, is this the space of your tribe? Are these the people that you want to have fun with? Is this how you play? You're going to come back to your affirmation and you're going to repeat that affirmation. And you're going to lock yourself back into that space. And you're going to allow yourself to come back to balance and go with the flow. So that's just the first half of the full moon sheet. The rest of the full moon sheet is the actual ritual part. If you've never done a full moon ritual, it's not like witchery or anything cray cray, okay? You're not doing anything nuts. But what you are doing is you're releasing some deep shit that needs to let go. It's finally time to let go. And so my biggest thing is what I would recommend for you to ask yourself is what's keeping you from connecting to your feminine? What's keeping you from connecting to your body? What puts you in a place where you overindulge or you numb yourself out or you don't allow yourself to feel your emotions? Start to ask those questions, and whatever comes up, write it down on a piece of paper. Because the next part is the do. So we ask and we read, we ask, we pick, and then we do. And so on a piece of paper, you're going to write down the things that you're grateful for, right? You're going to write down the things that you're grateful for, and you're going to write down all the things that you can send your appreciation to. On that same piece of paper, you're going to also write down the things that you're ready to forgive and let go. So whatever comes to mind, people, experiences, habits, your own rituals that you do that are no longer serving you, and you realize that I'm ready to let those go. So you write those things down, whatever comes up, and then you say this out loud. So this is your mantra, your prayer, your shout out to the world, okay? In order to achieve my dreams and move forward from a place of clarity, I need to release any blockages, fears, grudges, or upsets that I have against myself or anyone else. I have to forgive, y'all. I have to forgive and appreciate, meaning I healed and can now move on. I move forward with peace and trust, letting go, creating space, and making room for the new. You repeat that, and you repeat that until you feel that in your heart, until you feel that in your bones, until you feel that to be true. And when you're ready, you take that little piece of paper and you burn it. You burn that piece of paper, and you watch that piece of paper burn, as you watch the universe, God, divine, take care of the rest. You watch that piece of paper turn into ashes and move into the universe, and trust that now you can move. Now you can move. You can move in peace, knowing that everything is happening now for you, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Because literally everything now that is happening for this to happen, for you to balance, right? So why not move in a place of purpose? Why not move each and every day where you're not just fucking surviving, but you're fucking thriving and you're feeling truly alive? That's why I teach these classes. That's why I work through my anxiety. That's why I work through my depression. That's why I work through my resistance to sometimes want to teach, to sometimes want to be here, is for you. It's for you. And it's for me, right? Because if we're really going to be here, then we might as well fucking just move in a space where we're in a place of peace and a place of joy and a place of happiness, rather than having more days in a place of anxiety, a place of depression, and a place of fear. If you want to live that way, then I fucking doubt it, honestly. Who the fuck wants to live that way? But if you truly are ready to make some moves and make some changes, then I highly recommend then you join us. Watch the fucking classes. All of my one-on-ones. So if you guys are ready, I know it's the new year. Everyone's going out finding all their personal trainers and making some changes and moves right now. And so if you're watching this, then I highly recommend you schedule a one-on-one with me. I had put a bit of a pause on my one-on-ones last month, and I was planning on putting a bit of a pause this year, but I'm opening up my schedule now for some consultations and some one-on-ones. Because what happens is that once you become aware of this stuff, once you become aware of energetically what's going on, what's shifting consistently throughout the month, throughout the year, and you start to recognize how much that affects you, you also realize that, especially in our one-on-ones, that you came with a beautiful gift and a beautiful purpose. And when you realize what that is and the tools that you need to balance that, the things that throw you out of balance, even the people that come into your life, why they've been placed there, and how uniquely divine they've been placed there to help you with your gift and your purpose. Just see it for yourself. All right. And so for the students that actually did come to class, if you can actually just comment down below, either here on Instagram or over on the Move Yoga Life tribe, to this video, and share what your experience was like last night, or what your experience has been by taking any of these classes or with the one-on-ones, please share your testimonies, okay? I would like for you to be able to share, get your words out there, share your experiences, because it's through you where actual changes really happen. I can sit here and tell everybody all the amazing things because obviously I may be biased a bit, but for you to be able to share your own unique experiences, it's what's just going to be even more powerful. All right. So, all right, it's time. It's time to enjoy the rest of this day, the rest of this month, really do the work, but also take some time to relax and have some fun, right? That's your invitation. So I love you, my yogis. And warriors, the next class that we have is on the 19th. Like I said, the class was recorded last night. So please, please, please watch. Honestly, it's probably one of my most favorite classes. Like, I was on point last night, right? Like, whoever was in class last night, holy shit, it was a great class. And the things that were coming out, amazing. So I'm going to go back and watch it. And I actually am going to do the class as well. And so if you could do it tonight, it would be great. If you can do it this weekend, also great. If you can do it here as many times as possible for the next few weeks, that's even better, because that will consistently keep you in this particular energy. And we also did a class a few weeks ago for the root chakra energy for this month. Check out that class too. It's the Capricorn Root Chakra yoga class. So check out that class as well, because that will help you just stay in line with the actual energy of this entire month. All right. Alrighty, yogis. So hit me up, warriors, hit me up. Let me know if you have any questions and when you're ready to set up that consultation, that one-on-one. All right. I love you. Mwah. Blessings. Enjoy the rest of your full moon, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. And for you, my wonderful yogis, I love you so much. And I will be posting your Move Yoga Life full moon sheet here soon on file. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I will be seeing you soon as well. Mwah. Adios. And where is my button?